Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have another Visconti here that I want to show you for my collection today, so I'll do an unboxing and I'll do a review of this pen. This is just a standard Visconti box. I actually bought this pen in Australia, and it's an Opera Master. So it's a Visconti Opera Master pen. So if I unbox this and I'll show you, inside you have the standard Visconti clamshell box. This doesn't have the tray, so it's a slimline box. Now, if I open the box, you'll see in here you'll have the Visconti logo here, which is slightly embossed, and you'll have the Opera Master demo. Now, I've seen this called a number of things. I've seen it called the clear demo, the demonstrator, the clear demonstrator. But what I'll do, I'll show you here. So the booklet that comes with it actually shows the ribbon-like material in very magnified detail there. Opera Master demo, and it tells you about the history of the double reservoir power filler. So 1998 to 2008. It actually shows you the Opera Master tobacco there, and it shows you another blue. I think it's called the Blue Swirl. Maybe not the Blue Swirl. Blue something or other. Blue Swirl is the Proto, I believe. It just details here in English and Italian and other languages about the double power filler. It shows off the pen in its glorious detail. And then it shows you some of the models here. So these are so this is all in, here you go, technical characteristics. So limited edition to 888 fountain pens worldwide. It's an acryloid demo clear, demo blue, and demo turtle. Now, the filling system is a high vacuum power filler nib 18 karat gold. Now, some of these actually came with palladium nibs, and the nib that I have on these are palladium instead. And it just goes into more detail here about the double reservoir power filling system, how to fill it. Now, this is a sort of manual that I really hope that Visconti would continue to produce, because this is actually very useful. Normally you get no instructions whatsoever from Visconti on how to fill these pens. And then you actually have a card here, which is, it says here, the Opera Master Demo Clear. And you can see here it actually says 23 karat PD 950 Dream Touch nib. So this one does actually come with a Dream Touch nib, and it's number 662 of 888. Now, I would have actually preferred if this had come with an 18 karat gold nib, because although I do love the Dream Touch nibs, the 18 karat gold nibs are actually better. So I really wish that they had come with the 18 karat gold nibs. The 23 karat palladium nibs are actually really nice, but the 18 karat gold nibs are better. And I'm not the only one that's actually found this. Lots of other people have as well. So let me show you the pen. If I just rotate it there. So this is the pen itself, and it's a lovely pen. So this comes in basically the same material as the Visconti Homo Sapiens Crystal, which was a pen before the London Fog. And the material is quite stunning. Now, this has been inked up. There's a little bit of inky water in here. What I'll do, I'll unscrew the power vac, pull the piston back, and that will hopefully reduce a little bit the ink that you see there. It's not gonna. They're always very difficult to get clean, 100% clean. But this is. I'll show you the material. It's a lovely ribbon of various colours like blue, black, and green, and it's just a stunning material. And you can see this here more so on the body, and you can see that that blue turns to a green with the chatoyance there going on. So it is a lovely pen, and this is a pen that I really do like. Now, I picked this up in a medium palladium nib because I do like medium nibs. Now I'll show you the cap itself. Comes with the standard Visconti bridge clip, spring-loaded. It comes with the My Pen finial system, so you can swap out your initials there or put a gemstone on if you prefer. Now the cap has a chrome plated or palladium, I believe, plated cap band there. It says Opera on the band. Nothing else. Now, these typically the Opera Masters do not actually mention that they are the Opera Master. I wish that was something that Visconti changed. But the body tapers down slightly to the end cap here, and again this is metal. So this is a very heavy pen, and I'll just screw the end cap up here, but you can just see this material. Now you can see the nib through the cap here. If I unscrew that here, you have the, as I mentioned, it's a 23 carat palladium nib, and that's a medium nib. You have the chrome section here, and then you have the double reservoir power filler, or the double reservoir, ink reservoir. And that basically allows you to lock the ink off so that when you fly, you're not going to get an inky mess coming out of your pen, because literally you will lock all of the ink in the back of the pen and the O-ring will seal this off so no more ink can get out. And that's really it. So it's a absolutely stunning pen. I really do like this pen. I don't have a Homo sapiens crystal, but this is for me the next best thing because it's basically using the same material. So what we'll do some size checks and weight, and we'll do a comparison and then a writing sample. So in terms of length, actually what I'll do, I'll take the pen out here, it'll be easier to measure. So in terms of length, we're looking at about 158 millimeters. The cap is 70 millimeters, and then the body of the pen to the tip of the tines, we're looking at about 146 millimeters in length. So it is a very oversized pen for sure. We'll do a weight check as well. So let me zoom in here. So in terms of the overall weight of the pen, now this is uninked. We are looking at just over 60 grams, or just under 60.5 grams. Now this will hold around 3 milliliters of ink, so about 3 grams. Now the cap itself is just over 19.5 grams, and then the body uninks, you're looking at just under 37 grams. So it's going to be around about 40, just over 40 grams once fully inked. So this is a weighty pen for sure. So let's do a size comparison. So, left to right, we have the TWSBI Mini AL, we have a Pelikan M600 Turquoise White, Pelikan M800 Vibrant Blue, Pelikan M1000, we have the Visconti Opera Master Clear Demo, we have the Classic Pens LM1, a Classic Pens LB5, a Visconti Opera Master Luna, the Visconti Homo Sapiens London Fog, and the Atelier Lusso Carina. So let's do a writing sample. So this is the Visconti Opera Master Clear Demo. Now this is in a medium nib. Now, the ink I am writing with today is going to be Robert Oster, and this is called Red Orange. Now, you can hopefully see here it is a really good mix of red and orange ink. Like, it starts off red and then it has this sort of almost bright orange tinge to the ink. Now, this is a medium nib, so in terms of line variation, we'll show under no pressure the downstrokes, and then I'll try and push it because it is a palladium nib. I'm not going to push the nib too much, but you can get almost double line variation out of this nib. It's not a flex nib and it's not a semi-flex nib, so just bear that in mind. But you can get line variation out of it, and I think you'll be able to see here the upstrokes versus the downstrokes here. Well, I flexed it a little bit more on the down, that you can see there's a nice bit of variation, and I love this ink. It's a lovely shading ink between red and orange. So in terms of wetness, this is a medium nib. So let's just see. Now, red and orange inks tend not to be that wet in my experience, but look at that. So this nib is quite a wet nib, and I think the ink is quite wet as well. So for me, that is a fire hose of a nib. Now, I've described on another video, I have a video called Visconti Fire Hose Nibs that you may want to watch, and it will go into the details here about how wet these nibs can be. Now, in terms of the ink, you can see the ink here sloshing around. It's a lovely, lovely demonstration. It just coats, every now and again, just coats the barrel. So I really do like this ink. I really do like this in this pen as well. Now, the only thing, the only downsides to these Opera Masters, and you may be able to see it here, is that you have an inner cap thread here, and also you have the pen threads here, and sometimes they will get a little bit inky, and you'll see there, you can see some orange ink. So sometimes you have to try and wash that out a little bit better. This one here, you can remove this. There's a Visconti nib removal tool that will allow you to unscrew that and actually clean the threads and then screw it back in again. Now, the reason why that gets inky is that the section butts up against that. So any ink that is on the bottom of the section by the nib and the feed will coat and get in between those threads there. So that's just one downside of the Opera Masters that I have found. It's not a massive downside, but if you if things like that do bother you, then that's one thing to consider. You might want to get a less transparent pen. Maybe something like the Opera Master Luna, which is more blue, so it's going to hide that a little bit better. So that is the Visconti Opera Master Clear Demo. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.